Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is back, and he's going to be taking on King Green, not Bobby Green, King Green on the UFC Manchester card. And this has been one that's kind of like flown on the radar a little bit. I do believe this fight isn't being talked about as much due to the fact Paddy Pimblett doesn't have as much hype around him. But, this is actually a really good fight. And I do believe this is a decent stylistic matchup for Paddy Pimblett. You're going to see the title of this video is Paddy Pimblett is in a must-win situation. And I actually do think that because, like I said at the start, Paddy Pimblett lost a lot of his fans on the Ankalaev versus Blachowicz fight when he fought Jared Gordon. The whole fight week was kind of a bit of a shit show. He was going at it with Helwani and stuff like that, and there was receipts. Helwani, he really fucking went in and he had a very bad performance, and he lost a lot of his hype, and then he was out for a while. But Pimblett came back against Tony Ferguson a year later, I'm pretty sure, and fucking looked better, man. Like we gotta give him this credit here. Pimblett looked better. He was doing well with the strikes a bit more, and you have to remember when he fought Jared Gordon, he did actually break his foot in the first round, which does play a factor. But I don't think this is an outrageously bad stylistic matchup for Pimblett. Pimblett is actually quite a big lightweight. I really noticed it in the Tony fight. He's got a big frame, and Pimblett throws a lot, man. Like Bobby Green has a very hands low style, which works in his favor, but also doesn't, because Bobby Green gets fucking hit. He's got knocked out by Drew Dober. He got knocked out by Jalen Turner, Dustin Poirier. Like, Bobby Green is hittable. He hasn't got an iron chin. He has been finished before, and Pimblett throws a lot. He could throw a flying knee, a kick, and with Bobby Green's hands so low, he could get caught by something in this fight. I do think that. If I was a betting man, though, I would bet on Bobby Green in this fight, because Pimblett's got the same thing. He has that chin up in the air. Bobby Green's a way better boxer. It's not even comparable in this fight. Bobby Green has a wrestling background as well, so I don't think if Pimblett is going to go for takedowns, I don't really see him getting a takedown in this fight. I do think his best chance of winning this fight is trying to get Green to the ground and trying to pull off some crazy submission or something, because I just don't see him being able to really... If it's a boxing fight, I think Green's going to clean him up. Even though Bobby gets hit, I still think he's got enough on the feet to keep Paddy guessing and to nick the rounds. But I do think Pimblett has a chance in this fight. I don't think Pimblett is diabolical. He's got quite good jiu-jitsu. Do you know what I mean? He was able to submit Jordan Levitt. He knocked out Vargas as well, or Luigi in his debut. Luigi Verdomini, and then he was able to submit Vargas in his second fight. Obviously, these fighters are not world championship level at all, but at least he's getting finishes in the UFC. But Pimblett's straight boxing is very poor, and it didn't look much better against Tony Ferguson. Pimblett's straight boxing is very poor. Jared Gordon was able to kind of expose that. Obviously, he was getting hit before, but Gordon was the one to really expose, like, being able to hit Pimblett and not being able to get hit, and he's very susceptible to that, Pimblett. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see Bobby Green knocking Pimblett out, to be quite honest with you. Now, Bobby Green is, like I've said, he doesn't have a good chin. He's able to get hit, and I do think a big reason is because of his low hands, and that's why I think Pimblett has a chance, because Pimblett has like a lot in his arsenal as regards. He could throw a kick, he could throw a knee, he might throw an unorthodox right hook or something like that, right hand. But why I say this fight is a must-win for Pimblett is because he's lost all of his hype, and he hasn't... 2 years ago, when Pimblett was the fucking man in the UFC and everyone was talking about him, he's lost that, and you know what I mean? And this is the perfect chance to get some of it back. I do think some of it is damage that is going to be very hard to get back, because of the backlash, because of the poor performances, because people are like, holy shit, I don't think this guy is that good. If you can pull off a big performance against Bobby Green, who's got a name value, who's been ranked, who's fought some of the best fighters in the world, Dustin Poirier, Islam Makhachev, do you know what I mean? He's fought a lot of these fighters, and he's been around the lightweight division for fucking ages. And if you could pull off a win against him, and really pull off a impressive win against someone like Bobby Green, I think you're right back in there, man. I think you're right back in there. Because it leads the doorway open to bigger and better fights for Pimblett. If he's able to finish Bobby Green with like a submission, because I don't think Bobby Green's ever been submitted in the UFC. If he's able to do some work on the feet, maybe get Bobby Green up against the cage, pull off a nasty submission, because Pimblett has submissions from every angle. Do you know what I mean? That's why I do not see Bobby Green going away, clinching him against the fence, trying to slam him down the mat, because Pimblett could easily wrap you up then. You know what I mean? And Bobby Green's aware of that. And Bobby Green, although he has a wrestling background, I feel like he's probably going to stand with this one, because he knows Paddy's easy to hit. Or not easy to hit, but he's susceptible to being hit. It's not as if his whole thing is he's unable to get hit. Paddy gets hit quite a good bit. And I don't think Bobby Green's got to knock him out. I don't think Bobby Green has the power to knock him out. First of all, I think Pimblett's got actually very good chin. He's never been dropped, as far as I know. But anyway, back onto it. If he's able to get a impressive win here and kind of get that stardom back that he has, because I really feel like it declined a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like he was the man 2 years ago, you know. And I thought people were very quick to turn on Pimblett. You have to give him his credit. Like when he did all that speech about mental health and all, you got to give him his credit for that. Do you know what I mean? People were very quick to turn on Paddy Pimblett. And I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think he's a bit of an idiot. But kind of how I see this fight going, I do see Bobby Green kind of just being too much with the boxing. I think he's going to be able to hit Pimblett, and I just maybe see him being able to stop Pimblett's attacks whenever he's coming in. I think Bobby Green needs to be active on the feet. He can't be showboating or talking shit, because Pimblett could come home with anything, like a flying knee or a flying kick or something like that. But I think Green's going to be able to just touch him up, keep touching him up, keep maybe land a big right hand, keep chopping at that leg, because Pimblett doesn't really check leg kicks. Keep chopping at that leg, and I think you're going to be able to nick the rounds. So if I'm a betting man, I do think Bobby Green by decision is a good bet in this fight. And I think a lot of people are going to be betting on that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.